Hey guys, I'm back. Bro, I did that. I fucking did that. Can someone like edit that for me and like make me like disappear? Okay, so if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and just subscribe right now. Like, go subscribe. Anyways, so today I am filming this look for you guys. I tried to challenge myself and only use one palette because I am a weirdo. Like, every time I do a look, I have to like dip into like 3-4 palettes and sometimes even more than that. And like, it's kind of annoying to like have to go list like 4 or 5 palettes on my Instagram when I post a look. I'm just like, bitch, like you should have just stuck to one palette. But no, you want to be a little hoe. You want to go and fucking use all these other palettes. And I fucking did it. Like, I pulled it off. I was surprised because I really thought that I was gonna be like, you know, like tempted to dig into another palette. But today I used the Alamar Cosmetics palette. This is the Reina del Caribe palette. I got this in my BoxyCharm last month. I think it was last month. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be showing you guys in today's video. Good morning, bitches and hoes and children of God. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do this look right here. So I went ahead and did my brows and I did one eye off camera. This is the look that I'm gonna be doing today. I had done a look with this palette before and it was kind of like this. The ombre was going this way instead of downward. I will insert a picture right here somewhere. Yeah, so I was gonna film that look today, but then I'm like, you know what, I don't really feel like wearing that style of eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to come up with something else. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my eyebrows with some concealer as well as prime with that same concealer. Alright, so I primed and carved out my brow with the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I'm sorry you guys, but this concealer is literally like, it's everything. Like, I've tried to find dupes for this and I just can't. Like, I know people say that the Makeup Revolution concealer is a dupe for this. I kind of get what they're saying. It is a more affordable, like, I feel like they did a really good job at trying to like make a dupe of this, but honestly, like, the formula, like, nothing compares to the formula of the Shape Tape concealer. I have tried many concealers and I cannot find anything like this. I like that it's dry. I like that I don't have to set it with powder if I don't want to. Like, I don't have to, and that's what I think that I like the most. My skin isn't really dry, so I don't have an issue with that. That's why I love it so much. Anything that's kind of tacky and a little thicker, I have the worst time with those because they'll crease so bad on me. Okay, so moving on to the makeup look, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with these two right here, this reddish color and this orangey one, and I'm gonna be packing that in my crease. I usually have a hard time doing my makeup on this eye because I have way more eyelid space on this eye than I do on this eye. So sometimes I feel like this one will look a little lower. Like, when I cut my crease, I feel like it looks a little bit lower. But it's literally the same size as the other ones, just that when I close my eyes, there's like way more skin on this side. So I know it looks like shit, but don't worry, like, we're gonna blend it out. We just wanna pack that color on first and then blend out the edges with a lighter color. Alright, so now that I packed that color on there, I'm going to go ahead and take the orange color. I'm going to tap my brush very lightly in that color. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do light circular motions on the edges. I could probably use a smaller brush to just blend out the edges. If I use a big blending brush to blend out the edges, it's going to spread out that product a little more than I actually want. So let me just find a smaller brush to blend everything together with. Guys, I'm so fucking hungry. Like, I will literally eat this palette because I'm that hungry.
Damn.
So I'm taking the Morphe M433 brush and I'm just going to be blending out those edges. Okay, so now that that's blended out, I'm going to be taking a smaller brush. This brush is from Time Los Angeles. Their number 206 brush. I actually really fuck with this brush. Just a tiny like blending brush, but it's so like good to get into like those little areas where you can't take like those bigger, fluffier brushes. So I'm taking this color right here. This is the dark brown color in the palette. So since I'm going to be doing like a halo eye, I'm going to be taking that dark brown color in the inner and the outer corner of the eye. And I'm just doing little circular motions to make sure that that's all blended into the other colors. Okay, so for this part, I like to lift my brows up and look down into my mirror. And I'm not trying to blend out this brown out too much. Like, I'm not trying to blow it out too much. I'm trying to keep it more towards like the center of the eye. And if you need to, you can always go back with that light orange and just add a little bit more, because I realized that this one had a little bit more of that warmth on the outer edges. So I'm going back with that orange color and lightly blending a little bit more onto there. Alright, so now that that's finished, I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. So you guys already know I'm taking my Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm taking this little Wet n Wild brush. It looks like this. So something that helps me is pinching the brush and just making it as thin as I can. Alright, so now I'm just cutting the crease. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix the situation because like I said, this eyelid is like bigger. So if I do the technique that I do on this eye, which is when I cut the crease, I look up and my eye will mark where to end it. This one's always like way the fuck up here. So just to get it even, I never like, I don't know why I did it, but I always like try to restrain from doing that with this eye. But I fucking forgot, so I'm gonna go ahead and just fix the situation and I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Alright, we're back. How annoying. Okay, so I'm taking that dark brown color again and I'm just gonna be to like the edge a little bit, like so. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with the NYX glitter primer. It looks like this. I'm going to be putting this down over top of that concealer just to make sure the metallic eyeshadows actually like stay on and don't like fall off during the day. And the first color I'm taking is this one right here. It's like a limeish green, goldish color. Like, I can't really explain it. So I'm going to go ahead and just place that right there. So then what I like to do after that is I'm going to be going in with the metallic blue color, which is the one that I have all the way in the bottom, and then I go over top of that with the lighter greenish turquoise color. Sometimes when you apply glitter primer and then you apply eyeshadow over top of that and you try to blend it out, it just won't blend out really nicely. It'll kind of have like patches of color where the eyeshadow stuck and it didn't want to move, so I just like lightly feather that upwards. I'm just kind of like patting it onto the area. And then taking a little bit of a more fluffier brush, I'm going in with the aqua color and I'm going to be placing that in between both of those. Make sure you do little circular motions to help blend in those three colors. So I'm working on the lighter green and like the aqua. So I'm doing like light circular motions towards the edges so it fades into that lighter color. And we're going to be doing the same thing with the blue eyeshadow in a little bit. And so for the blue, I'm taking this little brush right here. This is from Certify. I'm going to be applying it on the end because that's where I want the most pigment. And then I'm going to start with the little circular motions. And I'm hardly applying any pressure when I do this because I want it to like lightly fade into that middle color. So it should look something a little like this. Alright, and now I'm going to go back in with that dark brown color. And I'm just taking a little bit on this little blending brush. And I'm making sure that I sort of fade out those edges. Not too much though. You don't want to take that brown in too much to the color because then it's going to ruin it. I make sure that I'm blending inwards instead of outwards because I don't want to take those greens and blues out. I want to keep them in, so I want to make sure that I'm blending the brown in and not out. I hope you guys got that and that wasn't too confusing. Alright, sisters. Alright, bitches. So this is what it looks like when it is complete. Now I'm going to be moving on to the face. I went ahead and applied my eyelashes. These are my absolute favorite lashes. These are Dodo lashes in the style D318. Yes, I do have a discount code with them, so if you would like to save some money on some bomb lashes, go ahead and use my code down below. I will have it in the description box as always. So I already moisturized my skin. I use the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. It looks like this. For foundation, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Matte. This is in the color beige. This one's a good color, but I feel... Okay, I wore it in my last video, but I do kind of feel like it's a tad bit too light. I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of the Maybelline Superstay Foundation. This is obviously from the drugstore too. Mine is in the color Warm Nude. And so this alone is a little too warm for me. Yeah. I'm mixing 1 pump of this and then 1 pump of the LA Girl Foundation. Oh my god, you guys, look at my Tarte concealer. I'm literally like scraping the tube because I'm out. My concealer is in the color Light Sand, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Usually, like if I don't want a highlighted look, if I want something a little bit more natural, then I go for the color Light Medium. I'm gonna go ahead and bake with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. I didn't get translucent because I wanted it to have like a light yellow like undertone to it. I got the number 10, Fair Light. Honestly, I really do like this powder. I feel like it's so worth more than what it's actually priced at. It's a really, really good, like, fine powder. Like, it's not anything too, like, chunky. Like, sometimes with some loose powders, they're a little bit chunky. So now I'm going to go ahead and bronze my skin with the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. And I use a big-ass fluffy brush for my bronzer. I literally have 1 bar in my little battery. Oh my god. I feel like my camera dies so quick. Alright, so I'm going to bronze up the perimeters of my face just to make me look like a bronzy queen. Like I've mentioned before in my other videos, I like to take my bronzer on the sides of my like face. I have a very round face, so I like to like bronze up the sides too. Slim everything down a little bit more, you know, look a little snatched. Alright, bronze the double chin a little bit. I'm like rushing and I'm not trying to rush, like I'm trying to make this look cute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. I'm going to speed through the whole contouring just so it's quick. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face really quick. Smashbox Photo Finish primer water, just to make sure that the highlight sticks onto my skin. Oh, you know what? No, yeah, we're doing this. I'm taking the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I don't like Katy Perry now, but her old music, bitch, like, I was so like obsessed with her when I was like 14. When she like barely came out, she was a whole snack back then. For blush, I'm going in with the Milani What's New, you guys. I'm going in with the Milani Berry Amar blush.
Three hours later.
Alright, you guys, so this is a completed look right here. My camera did freaking die on me. I'm so sorry about that. I can never just like have a normal filming like session. Like, something always has to go wrong. So I will have all the products that I used on my face listed down below, so if you're interested, go ahead and just check that out. I will have everything linked and make it easy for you to just find the product that I used. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. You guys, it helps me out so much when you do. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next week.